Hello everyone and welcome to a fan's guide to the 2021 AFL season. Pros have a very young list and they're going to need some time to build themselves out of the basement of the league. They will be contending to be the first team to win back-to-back wooden spoons, which hasn't been done for a while. I don't actually know off the top of my head, but they do have some promising youth, including guys like Riley Thornton. So I will not be surprised at all if this team looks pretty damn solid in the next 5 or 6 years. This is one of my personal pick to go all the way. I think they've been hardened by a couple of years of getting bounced out of the finals, and they've finally gotten over that hump of defeating Richmond. So in the finals, that is. So I think they're ready to take the next step this year and go on towards premiership glory. Carlton have made 2 big splashes in free agency and gotten a hell of a half-back line in signing Zach Williams and Adam Sard to support Paddy Cripps through the middle. And really, if they can keep Paddy Cripps around, then they might have a shot at winning a premiership in this window. And if not, then they're going to be going straight back to the draft. So this is really a boom or bust year for Carlton. They really have to make finals, but I don't see them getting there. Not yet, at least. Collingwood are done. They won't say it publicly, but their trade period says it all. You traded out Adam Treloar and Jaden Stevenson, who are 2 very good players, probably B+ players in my opinion. Stevenson's had a down year, but he's still got a lot to prove for himself, and now he's going to be doing that at North Melbourne, while Treloar just joined a stacked midfield with the Bulldogs. And really, the Bulldogs look damn good, while Collingwood are going to be sitting around trying to find guys to replace Treloar and Stevenson. Although their young talent is good, but I don't see them contending this year at all. Essendon are going to be a mediocre football club at their best, and they're going to be very bad at their very worst. They are not a good football team. They're going to be one that finishes probably mid-table this year, around 11th to 12th, and really, that's probably the best case scenario for them. Worst case, they drop down and get a top 4 pick. The key for Fremantle is building quickly around Nat Fyfe, Michael Walters and Caleb Serong. If they can do that with their established talent in the midfield and the forward line, plus a resurgent back line boasting All-Australian Luke Ryan and returning veterans, then they would be very good. I think they could be a dark horse team to go into the 8 this year. Geelong took a big risk this off-season, getting older and older. This is probably their last good shot at winning a premiership, and well, we all saw how it turned out in 2020. They need to win one now, otherwise they're going to go down as the biggest waste this generation. Gold Coast are a very interesting proposition. They're not ready yet, but in the next 2 to 3 years they definitely could be. This is a sleeper team to do pretty well this season. I think they'll finish around 10th, and hopefully Matthew Rowell will continue being the excitement machine we all know him to be. GWS, they're going to fall off. I can see them finishing 14th to 12th, and that's probably best case scenario again. I don't see them contending. I think their window is going to slam pretty hard shut, and unless they start getting some quality youth through the side, they're not going to be contending for too much longer. Hawthorn are completely fucked. That's it. You're too inconsistent to do anything, Melbourne. I still don't care, and no, you still haven't even gotten over 2018. 2 words for you, North. Wooden spoon. Get used to it. You might have brought in some nice guys in the trade period, but that's not going to mean shit. You're getting the number 1 pick next year. Deal with it. Last year's minor premiers are going to be looking to make another good run. They're a very good team, so I wouldn't doubt them. And, hopefully they do. They've been way too inconsistent for a number of years. It's about time they finally gain some consistency and go on a run. What can you say? It's Richmond, one of the greatest dynasties of our era, and probably will continue to be so for a little while. Although, I don't really have the same confidence I did in them in the last couple of years. They're still a very good team, and they've got all the names you'd recognise. So, again, you have to watch your back for them always. They're an interesting team, St Kilda. They've got the pieces to go again, and adding Brad Crouch to an already strong midfield will only help matters. St Kilda, I reckon, could be dark horse favourites to go to a semi, maybe even they might even go to a prelim this year. Another year of rebuilding for Sydney, but watch out for these guys. It could be interesting a few years down the road. We'll revisit this case in 3 to 4 years. The Eagles probably only have 1 or 2 high-end competitive years left in them, and it's a bit of a waste to see one of the greatest ruckmen of all time, Nick Naitanui, potentially not have a premiership to go along with all of his individual success over the years. That being said, they still do have a little bit of time, but not too much. The Bulldogs are my dark horse pick to go to the grand final this year. I reckon with that midfield plus Treloar getting added into the mix, you've got yourselves a hell of a contending lineup and potentially a premiership winning one. With all of your support in the middle plus Norton up forward, you need to start capitalising on this window. Otherwise, guys like Norton and Treloar are going to retire without premierships to their name. With my comprehensive reviews of the teams done, my top 8 looks like this. Number 1, the Power. Number 2, the Cats. 3, Lions. 4, Tigers. 5, Eagles. 6, Bulldogs. 7, Saints. 8, Freo.